My name is Leslie Williams, and today's date is May 30th, Wednesday, 8:50 a.m. May 30th, Wednesday. I'm in San Diego, California, and I'm a target of organized stalking, which is also known as gang stalking. And I am harassed through sensitization tactics along my route, which is a method that is directly attached to organized stalking expeditions. And what they basically do is get along my route, like if I'm walking to a store, they'll have an individual that might walk by me doing this as they're walking by me, or doing this, or they'll lift their hands to their face like that real fast. Then I get to the store area, and as a result of GPS tracking, okay, and as a result, in reference to how I've read this on many blogs of other targets, including Gloria Naylor, remote neural monitoring is used on targets. And as a result, they're able to monitor you neurally from a remote distance. And as a result of the monitoring, what they do is scrutinize the information from a target's evoked potentials. Yes. And then take that information in order to be able to place the organized stalkers even along a target's route that they're headed to. That way, by the time a target arrives in that area, they're already positioned in places. Enough of them are positioned in places like CVS, Burger King, Ralph's, in order to be able to, when the target enters their environment, they're already doing this. Or what they'll do, you know what they're doing in CVS when they see them entering there? They're sensitizing me to pointing now, which is a tactic you can easily Google by going to Google and typing in organized stalking and pointing fingers, and look at how many responses you'll get. What they do is sensitize you to specific physical gestures and specific verbal statements. Okay, it's called anchoring, visual anchoring and verbal audio anchoring. And what they do is sensitize you to these physical gestures and verbal statements by constantly repeating them around you and towards you along all of your routes to sensitize you to them. And then what they'll do is then just keep repeating it. And this in turn makes you feel stalked and harassed as a result. So as a result of them knowing a target's route, say if it was me or somebody else, and if you're being remotely neurally monitored and you think to yourself, I'm going to go to CVS, since what they do also is use the business community as well, and they do that by using what is known as the community notification. You can go to Google and type in organized stalking and or organized gang stalking or gang stalking and community notifications, and look at how many Google generated responses you'll get in reference to that description you type in at Google. Yes, see, because what it is, it's a nationwide syndicate, okay, that's operating in each and every state in the United States. You can go to Google and type in a gang stalking tech, everything you need to know. It's a manifesto of an individual who manages gang stalking crews, okay, against targets. Okay, and it specifically states in the manifesto, among a lot of other things, that they're a nationwide syndicate, that when a target moves from one state to the next, the syndicate in the previous state will pay the syndicate in the state the target's going into to take over in a campaign. And it flat out states it in the manifesto that police officers are involved in this. Well, community notifications are sent out by law enforcement. And what they do is use their positions in the community along with Chamber of Commerce members and along with City Council and District Attorney's offices have the power to use this tool as well. It's meant for violent offenders, like criminal offenders, sexual offenders. So when they might get out of jail or paroled or whatever, or might enter a community, then the law enforcement will know about it, and then they can contact the community at large to watch out for this individual. What they're using it for is for criminal aspirations, because they're attached to human trafficking rings, sexual servitude rings, prostitution rings, land co-opting, property co-opting, trust fund liquidation, identity theft, yes, pedophile rings. You would not believe what these people are involved in. And what they're doing is using these law enforcement tools to notify the community and combine them with a lie, a slander campaign about innocent people, targets they pick for these criminal aspirations. That in turn enables them to notify the business community as well, to get them on board. So when a target enters a business environment, what they'll do is engage in organized stalking expeditions towards a target, including sensitization tactics like using the physical gestures and pointing and stuff like that. So when a target thinks to themselves they're going to go to CVS, as they're entering CVS, the CVS employee will be working hand in hand with a person behaving as a customer. The CVS employee will be pointing like they're pointing to an aisle for the customer, and then the customer points to the aisle as well. And this is done because they know that in stores there's video cameras. So what they have to have is plausible deniability. So what they'll do is pretend like the customer's inquiring about where a specific item might be. Okay, it's not. What it's involved in is these people working in a tag team in fashion to make sure that the sensitization, the physical harassment, the sensitization campaign, because they sensitize targets to this, to touching their nose, to taking off their hat and stroking their hair back, to tapping the top of their head, to taking off their hat and putting it back on, to touching their eyeglasses. And they sensitize targets to normal physical gestures. Yeah. And coughing as well. Certain types of coughing, certain types of clearing your nose, and then verbal statements. And the whole goal is to sensitize the target to all these different types of physical gestures and verbal statements, and then repeat them constantly everywhere a target goes, through the stalking and through the community notification. And when they're doing it in an environment that's got a video camera, they got to make it look like what they want the target to see, as far as the physical gestures go, the pointing and everything else, is being done for legitimate reasons. So if a target's entering CVS and as they literally walk through the door, the first thing they see is a cashier pointing to an aisle for a customer, and then the customer turn around and pointing the aisle. It's nothing but a staged street theater, so the target sees the pointing. Yeah, and then the target might leave the store and walk down the strip mall, and say if there's a guy taking out money from an ATM, he'll be standing there going like this. Yeah, because it's all about trying to make you see it constantly to undermine your psychology about how is all this getting done. Because targets don't know about remote neural monitoring. Most of them don't, okay? I didn't know about organized stalking or gang stalking until after 7 years into the campaign. It started in 2002, and I didn't find out until June 9th, 2009. Yeah. My name is Leslie Williams. In reference to the descriptions of everything I just described to you, in reference to the types of physical gestures, the touching the mouth, the touching the nose, the holding the nose like this. You know, they'll get on the trolley and do like this, acting like they're just going like this. Yeah. They'll have a couple of them sitting on the trolley by the time I'm already entering it, because they ascertain your regular routes, especially if you have them. Or what they'll do is also combine it with people that get on the route or down the road, okay? And then they'll have them sit around you and constantly do like this, or just sit like that, okay? But it's all about the finger. It's all about you getting you sensitized to certain things and then doing them through casual appearing means. And this is what I'm talking about. Ralph's employees are gaslighting the hell out of me. Gaslighting is a term that describes these physical gestures, because what they want to do is gas stands for fueling, igniting. Fuel is not used for igniting like in a car. Fueling the mental response that a target experiences as a result of seeing the physical gestures constantly. And lighting means to ignite. The fuel is well, it's fuel that's used to light up the mind. Gaslighting. You can go to Google and YouTube and type in gang stalking or organized stalking and gaslighting. That's the term that's used to help people understand that there's just one term called gaslighting that encompasses all of what they do to a target in reference to the physical gestures and the verbal statements. Now, my name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California, and the San Diego police now are totally involved in this crime towards me. They were directly involved in it in 2006, okay? And they know that I'm blogging the hell about it and YouTubing about it, okay? And there's a organization online I wasn't familiar with really at all. They went and synthesized a bunch of my videos together and made 2 videos. And that organization is called the Informer Report. Organized Stalking 3 videos. And you can go to Google and YouTube and type in Leslie Williams, the Informer Report, Organized Stalking, and you'll be able to see them. So what they're doing is they're seeing that my videos and my blogs are starting to get out and people are paying attention. So what the San Diego police are doing is getting along my route and harass me even about using shopping carts. When you walk over from CVS or Ralph's or any nearby business that's close by Hazard Center Trolley Station, there's a shopping cart corral over at Hazard Center Trolley Stations that's specifically there for when people use shopping carts from the local businesses and walk them over to the trolley station so they don't have to carry all their groceries. The corral is specifically designed to be there for shopping carts, and they're harassing me, telling me that I can get arrested for using them. Yes. Or on another walking route where I'm only using it for 5 minutes. Yeah, threatening me. Yeah, this is what the San Diego police have been involved in the literal result of 2 physical assaults towards me and torture, directly involved, and they had the audacity to literally come by me and tell me I can't use a shopping cart or that I'll be arrested. This is the type of harassment because it's all about gaslighting, okay? Getting and provoking hate dissemination and mental responses that are designed to wear you out mentally to assist in breaking you down, because this is not the only thing that happens towards targets. Rapes, assaults, you would not believe what I put up with on a daily basis. Alright, I gotta go. Today's date is May 30th, 2012. If anything happens about me, concerning me, around me, towards me, or against me, at SDSU on any date, including today's date, UCSD, because UCSD library staff is now gaslighting me, yes. Go to Google and type in organized stalking in universities. Just type in organized stalking universities and you'll get over 8 million responses. And yesterday I found 5 blogs of 5 different people who have been targeted with organized stalking at UCSD. Yes, so if any problems occur concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or against me by anybody, whether it be students, staff, or campus safety at UCSD or SDSU, from this date forward, it will be the direct concerted effort of this organized stalking expedition. And they're also using the tactic called direct conversation to threaten me about liquidating my bank account for June 1st. I usually get paid on the 3rd, but if the 3rd falls on Saturday or Sunday, you'll get paid on the 1st. Yeah, and they're threatening to liquidate my account through the bank that I use. My name is Leslie Williams. I gotta go. Today's date is May 30th, 2012. In San Diego, California. I'm targeted with organized stalking expeditions along all my routes, and you would not believe what I put up with over at Ralph's and CBS and Burger King. And I want to help fellow San Diegans understand something. When you go into Ralph's or CBS or Burger King, okay, in Jack in the Box and Hazard Center Ultra Star Theaters, and you use your credit card, I'm here to tell you today that these employees are directly connected to people that are directly connected to human trafficking rings. My name is Leslie Williams, San Diego, California.